Today, I'm going to show you how to create Autumnal Elixir. The things we'll need for our Autumnal Elixir is one glass bottle, and I am replacing the cork with a rubber one, and this is a number 5. We are going to be using some yellow food coloring, as well as some brown-red mica powder. We're going to use some isopropyl alcohol, but if that's not readily available, you can use distilled water with either a tiny bit of glycerin or just a tiny bit of alcohol. We're going to use some brown cording as well as some fake maple leaves. We're also going to use some green sealing wax hot glue in my hot glue gun. We're going to use a magnetic stirring pill today, as well as a spoon and a beaker for mixing. And finally, we will need our label printed on sticker paper, and the link for this is in the description down below. Let's get started. Would you like a chance to win a monthly potion bottle? Then consider supporting me over on Patreon. All of my patrons have a chance to win a monthly potion bottle. Patreon not your thing? No worries. You can become a member here on YouTube, where you get exclusive icons and emojis to use in the comment section. Link is in the description down below. All right, the first thing we're going to do is get rid of our regular cork. And if you're not sure why I do this, I will put a link up above to my tips and tricks video, which explains why I use rubber corks. Then we're going to add one of our magnetic stirring pills. That is optional. However, it does make a really cool effect, and it's able to give you a perpetually spinning potion. And if you're interested in how to make the actual spinner, I'll put a link up above to that video as well. And if you're interested in purchasing one, you actually can reach out to me through my Etsy store or privately messaging me on Instagram, and I actually sell custom orders of these magnetic spinning book boxes. All right, we're going to add some of our rubbing alcohol. And then I'm going to add just a drop of yellow, and we'll see if we want more than that. And I'm going to turn on my book spinner. And I think I want maybe just a touch brighter yellow. So we're going to add one more drop. And then we're going to add our brown-red mica powder. And that gives us this really pretty orange color, which is what I'm going for this particular potion, since it is a fall potion. And I'm thinking that gives us a really good orange, so I'm going to go ahead and turn this off. Now that the neck of our bottle is good and dry, we're going to go ahead and cork this up. Make sure it's in there good and tight, and then I'm going to hit this with some of my UV glue. So I usually use my JB Weld UV glue, and I love that, but I also wanted to give you another option. So this is just a UV resin glue I picked up off of Amazon. It also comes with a little curing light, and we're going to go ahead and use this today, just so you can see it's not a one-size-fits-all type situation. You can use pretty much any UV glue and still get a really great result and a good sealing. This one's nozzle is not as controlled as the JB Weld one, but it works really well. So then it comes with a little curing light, so I'm just going to turn that on and cure our potion. The E6000 glue works great as well. However, you got to basically wait for it to dry overnight, where this dries fairly instantly. All right, now that we are all sealed, we're going to go ahead and add our cording to the top of our bottle. And I'm going to use this thinner brown cording, and we're going to wrap this just like we have hundreds of bottles before. And if you're not sure how to do that, again, I'll put a link up above to my tips and tricks video. All right, now that our wrap is done, I'm going to also add wrap to the bottom of our bottle, because when we put a stirring pill in here, and again, this is completely optional, but if we put a stirring pill in here, when this settles, you're going to see it in the bottom. So I like to add a little bit of the cording to the bottom of those potions so that you don't see it. And to do that, so that it stays in place, I like to use a thin double-sided adhesive. So this is actually the double-sided adhesive that you can get at the Dollar Tree, and it works fantastic. So all we're going to do is take our bottle and we are just going to run a strip of this around the bottom, and that's going to make sure that when we put our cording on the bottom, it's not going to move. I don't want it to ride up or ride off of the bottom of the bottle. I want it to stay in place. So this is going to make sure that that happens. Okay, when we get to where it's going to overlap, we just rip it. And then I'm going to peel off. I'm going to make sure everything is rubbed down good. And then I'm going to peel off the backing paper. And then when I get to the end again, I'm going to rub that down. So then that way it just leaves me with adhesive at the bottom. And then I can do it just like I did up top, but down below. And again, it won't move because we have that adhesive. All right, so once the wrapping is done, I just like to go around and press everything to make sure it's really stuck to that adhesive. And then you can't see the pill in the bottom anymore. So now we can go ahead and add our sticker and our other embellishments. All right, so I have my hot glue gun with my green sealing wax hot glue stick heating up for the top. And we're going to go ahead and add our label. So I already went around the outside edge with a matching marker, which in this case is a green. And we're going to stick our label on here. Okay, and I think that looks like it's straight, so we're going to go ahead and rub it in. And I designed this label to be a companion piece to our Verdant Jubilation spring potion. So I do fully intend on doing a winter one, and we'll do a summer one. So then that way we can have all 4 of the seasons. But I figured we could go ahead and start by creating a fall one to go with spring. For this one, like our spring Verdant Jubilation one, where we added some pink flowers and some moss, for this one, I want to add some of these leaves. So these are leaves for the like spooky town, like little villages. You can get them at Hobby Lobby, Michael's, any of those places, and they're just great little silk leaves. We are also going to use these for an up-and-coming potion, so I highly recommend you grab some. I'll put a link down below to some on Amazon, as well as a shopping label for some, hopefully at Michael's. But we are definitely going to add some of these to our potion, not only to the top with the green, but I want some kind of trailing down the potion as well. So I just wanted to show you the label here quick. So again, this is our Autumnal Elixir, And it says, like the trees that gracefully shed their leaves and the serpent that sheds its skin, this elixir allows the drinker to let go and release what no longer serves them. So I felt like we all could maybe use that. I feel like 2025 has not been a great year. So let's shed it and enjoy the fall season. If any of you have been around here for a while, you know I am a spooky girl and I love fall and Halloween. They are my absolute favorite. So I definitely will bring a bunch of potions to you guys for the season. All right, I think this is finally heated up enough. So we're going to do some green drips. So just like Verdant Jubilation, I did this one in the exact same bottle I did that one in. Again, I want them to all coordinate. And we actually used this green sealing wax for that one. And the shape of the label is very similar. Not exact, but it's similar. I didn't want it to be a carbon copy. I just wanted it to coordinate with it. All right, now that we have our green drips, I'm going to get my regular hot glue gun out and we are going to add our leaves. All right, so now that I have my hot glue gun ready, we're going to start to add some glue to the top for me to add a few leaves. And with that, I think we're done. I think that just adds a really nice fall look to our potion with our little falling leaves. And I think that'll be a really good companion piece to our Verdant Jubilation spring potion. And there we have it, our Autumnal Elixir, to shed what no longer serves us. This will be a great addition to our potion and prop collection we make along the way. So if you guys like this video, give me the thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do so, and we will catch you guys later. Thanks so much.